movie in a way. And when the studio asked the most amazing question, they go, "Why are you making them Latin? I don't understand. It's in English. Why are they Latin? Why don't you just make them American instead of in America? Why are you doing this whole thing?" And I go, it's a valid question. So because my family's Latin, it's based on my family, and my family's Latin. And plus, it's not going to be like in the Latin ghetto where only Latins are going to watch it. It's for everybody. Don't they think like it's going to be in, you know, only Latins are going to go watch it? Then they wouldn't go. Not even Latins would go watch it if I made it for Latins. They want to be part of the whole world culture. They don't want to go off to a little corner and watch their own movies. So plus, and that wasn't good enough either. Then I got the answer. I went, you know what? You don't have to be British to watch James Bond. I went, oh, okay. Because if you make it that specific, it becomes universal, right?
As an Indian man having lived abroad, I can write about an Indian man living abroad, but I can't write and pretend to know what it feels like growing up as a woman in India. In my opinion, it takes a real genius, a person with enough wisdom to understand the situation the others are in and incorporate it in what they do in a meaningful way. However, I can still try to understand and educate myself on others' experience.
Fuck that shit. You know, I get it though. I understand why gay people are mad, and I empathize. You know what? I'm just telling you, this is a black dude. I support your movement, but if you want to take some advice from a Negro, pace yourself. These things take a while. Just because they passed the law doesn't mean they're gonna like it. Brown versus the Board of Education was in 1955. Somebody called me a nigga in traffic last Wednesday. It's so long, it takes a minute.
I love stand-up comedians, for example, but in terms of life experience or ethnical experience, me and Louis C.K. or Dave Chappelle have nothing in common, almost, but I find myself nodding to their stories because they capture something human that connects us. For me, they are creating art that transcends all systems and barriers we have created for ourselves. So there is a way to master your craft and make honest art, to connect with people no matter where you come from. I was thinking the other day about women's roles in movies and how minorities are portrayed. This might be controversial, what I'm going to say, but you can't just be content at complaining about the fact that you are not represented in that world that everyone sees. You have to get out of your own way to create something, anything that you value personally. Your voice will be heard, I assure you. Who knows, even if you don't succeed, you'll inspire someone else to realize their potential by seeing you try.
Moment with the president, I'm like, Mr. President, you see all these writers and producers and actors, they don't hire black people. And they're the nicest white people on earth. They're liberals. Jeez.
Because at the core, we are all going through the same thing in a way. And by the way, this is another reason why I'm surprised when some people are dismissing fantasy as a setting for emotional storytelling. If I told you to invent a new planet, you can do it. Like, you can create a name, you can create a color for the planet, a story behind it. Now, if I told you to create a new emotion, it will be difficult, nearly impossible. What I'm saying is, whatever the environment, what matters is if the characters are relatable and if the story is human. Just giving advice on how to live your life with famous motivational quotes may not be effective in the long run. So take them on a journey through stories to make them experience your side of the truth through art. A true artist gives you what you need, not necessarily what you want. And I believe you cannot change people, but you can convince them to change themselves. So entertain, but entertain with honesty and heart. And like Neil Gaiman says,
and when things get tough, this is what you should do. Make good art.
In conclusion, if you see that something good doesn't exist, create it.
And fifthly, while you're at it, make your art. Do the stuff that only you can do. The urge starting out is to copy, and that's not a bad thing. Most of us only find our own voices after we've sounded like a lot of other people. But the one thing that you have that nobody else has is you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live as only you can.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I just thought I would do these vlogs in between videos to share my ideas that I've learned through artists. And I truly believe that we need more creators, because we have consumers, but we also need creators, otherwise we just consume and never create. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share. And until next time, this is Boris, the Movie Messenger.